Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to convert this beautiful agency website from Figma to Elementor. After completing this video, you will have a solid understanding regarding how the Elementor container and Flexbox works together on a real life project. If you're not familiar with the Elementor container and Flexbox, then I have another video which is inside my channel. You can follow that video, and that is only for the beginners for Elementor Container and Flexbox. I will attach the link into my video descriptions, and also you can find the link inside the eye icon as well. And also for creating this tutorial, I'll be using the Kadence Wordpress theme, which is completely free, and you can create beautiful header and footer like the Astra theme. And if you are not familiar with the Kadence, then no worry, in this video I'll show you step by step how the Kadence theme work. Please note that this video is for beginner friendly. If you're a beginner, then you can watch this video. However, if you just intermediate level or WordPress customization expert, then you can also watch this video if you think it's helpful for you. You can also change the video speed from here. Just simply click on this gear icon and you can slow down or speed up the video if you feel I am going very fast or slow. So without further delay, let's jump into my computer. Now I just jump into my computer, and here you can see I have already installed the WordPress on my local server, and currently it's using the default WordPress theme. So if I take a look at my design inside the Figma, here you can see this is the template that I'm going to convert this video today. So I will share with you the file into the descriptions where you can download the file and start working following this tutorial or after completing this tutorial. So let's get started. First of all, I am going to install the required plugins and theme. So for this project, I'll be using another theme which is called Kadence. So click on Add New. And now click here, Kadence, click Install now. So if you want, you can use Astra theme, or it's completely up to you. You can use any kind of theme for this project. The theme is not mandatory here. Basically in this project, I'll explore and share with you exactly how the Flexbox work and how the container work basically inside the Elementor. Now I have installed the Kadence and click Activate. So I just install and activate the Kadence theme here. I'm not going to install or import any starter template from Kadence. That's why I would like to close this one and this one. Go to plugins. So we have already installed the Elementor free version. In this video, I'll be using free version of the Elementor. So I have to just activate this one. When I'm going to activate, it will take us to the page, which is basically some kind of basic setup. You can skip them or you can continue with the setup. But for this project, it's not necessary. If you take a look at here, it's just Elementor account, hello theme, site name, site logo, and good to go. That's it. You can change them later on from your appearance and customize section. Let's skip those as of now. Click on skip again. So I'm going to click skip and continue here and click skip. It just redirects us to the Elementor editor, but I'm not going to start from here as of now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate to our admin page, which is the dashboard. I'm sorry for interrupting you guys. If you're new to this channel and if you haven't subscribed this channel, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell notification icon. And because this will help me to create more video and also encourage me to add more hard work in every single video and provide you more in-depth information. Also, if you have any other questions or comments, you can always ask me in my Facebook group or my personal message, or even you can comment inside this video as well. So that's all for today. Let's jump into my computer and again continue the video. And that's it. So we just complete installing the Elementor and as Kadence theme, not the Astra. I'm going to use Kadence in this project. So you can use Astra as well. Both are very good theme. Now if I just navigate to the Elementor and settings, then click here experiments, and here you can see the Flexbox container. You have to activate this one. It's still in alpha mode. If you are not familiar with the Flexbox, I have a complete tutorial regarding the Flexbox. You can find on the eye icon, or you can find it into the description as well. Now click Save Changes. So we have activated the Flexbox item here, and let's navigate to the settings, permalink, and change the permalink setting to the post name. Click Save Changes. Now it's time to create our page. First of all, if you click all pages, there is some default page. I'd like to remove all of them and click Add New. Type here home. In this video, I'll be just converting only home page. I'm not going to create any other page as of now, and I will show you how you can convert this design. And basically it's just a home page here. There are a couple of other pages, but I'm not going to include here in this video. Later on I'll be creating them. So we just create our home page. Let's navigate to our dashboard, go to appearance, click on menus, create a new menu here. I'm going to create a new menu called primary menu. Click create menu, and here you can see the recent home, which is add to menu. Now if I take a look at the design, here you can see home, about us, work, page, frequently asked question, blog. So I'll be using those or creating those pages later on, but as of now I'm going to add them as a custom link. To do so, I have to navigate to the menu item, then click on custom links, put hash, type here about us, and I'm using tab from my keyboard. If you press or hold the shift key and then press tab, you can navigate easily. And if you just press tab, it will forward, backward, so you can change them by holding shift and tab. So let's make it quickly. So first of all, home, about us, then let's take a look at the design, work, page, blog. Pages, okay. Instead page I can add blog, and frequently asked question, which is FAQs. And that's it. We just create our page, and here you can see set primary menu. And also, as we can see, the mobile. So that means when you set mobile devices from here, it will also display the same menu inside the mobile devices as well. Let's select it, mobile devices, or the mobile here. Let's click save menu. That's it. So simply navigate to the home page and then reading, and select the static page as a home page here. Click save changes. So we can now visit our home page, and it looks like this. So now it's time to start designing our home page. So I'm going to click here and add some element inside the home page, so that I can finalize the typography and also color. Let's click on the gear icon here. So in our previous video, most of the time I have used Astra theme, and if you understand the Astra theme, then it will be easier for you to use any kind of theme from WordPress repository. Most of the themes are similar. So on the right side here you can see the gear icon and page, then block. So it's similar. Here you can see the template and other information, page attributes and featured image, permalink, and couple of other information. So if you click on block, it will display the block related information here. And here you can see another tab, which is page settings. The page settings basically comes all the information related to the page from the Kadence theme.
And as you can see, there is transparent header, page title, page layout, content style, and everything you will be able to find here inside the page settings. So if I just do not want to use the page title, I can simply disable this one, select disable, and click on update. So here you can reload the page. So as you can see, there is no page title. So for this video, first of all, I have to configure typography. I already said that. And color. Let's click edit with Elementor so that I can use Elementor editor. And I have to configure the color and typography. To do so, I would like to take a couple of headings here. So duplicate this one. And let's select heading 2. The first one is heading 1, then heading 2, heading 3, and heading 4. Also, there should be heading 5 and heading 6, but for this project, the heading 4 is enough. From heading 1 to heading 4, I do not have to use other heading format as of now, but it's a good practice to use all the headings into one page or step by step, but it's not required. And let's start some other information. Let's add here button. So I'm going to add a button here, and then heading button, and also let's add a paragraph text and add a link here as well, so that we can finalize everything before we start designing our site. Click on update and reload the page here. So this is our information. So first of all, you can, if you take a look clearly and carefully here, you can see the default color for heading and the button. So there is default font style and color from Elementor. Let's disable the default color and typography. To do so, you have to navigate to the Elementor, then settings, and here you can see disable default color and default font. So I'm going to check these two options here, click save changes, and now if I reload the page, as you can see, the default color and typography is not available here, and it's displaying from theme. So let's click on customize, and here you can see the fonts and color. Let's navigate to the typography first, then I will configure the color later on. So click on typography and choose a system default. So currently it's selecting system default, which is my computer font, but I would like to use another font which is called Inter. Selected, and the font size is 17 pixel. It's perfect, and the heading font family is inherit. So that means the heading font is also displaying as Inter. So currently all our font types are inherited. Now we do not have to change individually until we want to use different font for the heading. Let's say if you want another font type for heading, which is called something Times New Roman. And as you can see, when I select Times New Roman, it's changing only the heading 2. But I'm not going to use, and I'm going to select here inherit, because when I select inherit, it will always inherit the style from the parent, which is the font I have selected here, the base font, and it will inherit the base font basically every single time. And now it's time to change the font size. If I take a look my design here, the heading 1, which should be, let's click over here, 72 pixel and bold, and then paragraph is 17, 18 average, and heading 2 is 41 pixel, and heading 3 31. That's it as of now. We'll change or add them later on if it's necessary. So it's 72 pixel. Which is heading 1, and the line height, I would like to keep this one as of now. I will change it later on if it's necessary. And the font weight is 700, which is perfect, which is basically bold, and the H2 is 41 pixel. and the H3 which is 31 pixel. And let's take a look at our design. If is there any place where I can add H4, so I can use this one as a H4, and this should be 20 pixel. Let's add H4 20 pixel here. And if I have to use H5 or H6, I will change them later on globally from here. And as you can see, the other three fonts are not displaying as a bold, but I have to change them. I have to select them as a bold here. Let's change it to the bold. And this one is already selected as a bold, and also it's bold. Let's click publish. So we have configured our font here, and if I go back, here is buttons. Before changing the button, let's change the overall color here, the theme color. So first of all, take a look at carefully. This is our primary color. If you take a look at our design, this one is our primary color. Let's click over here and unlink here. Okay, it's selected. So I have to unlink. Somehow the unlink is not working. Okay, this one is the primary color, and navigate to the design. Here is the color. I'm going to use it as a primary color, and as you can see, when I change the primary color, it's changed everywhere, including the button, the menu link here as well. Let's navigate to the secondary color. This is the secondary color, this one. Copy and go to customize. Change the secondary color here, and I will use them later on. And the strongest text, so basically for the text color and the other color, I'll be using this one. So there are three major colors. This one, let's unlink. Okay, and here is the text color. Go to customize, and this is our text color. Okay, this one. And there are a couple of other colors. Let's add them, which is light background color. If I select or take a look at the background here, you can see a very light background color here. And to select the color, sometimes you have to struggle a lot, because you have to select the exact frame to take the color. So as you can see, I cannot select it properly, and it's now visible here. Copy and paste it here. Let's paste. Okay, this one. So as you can see, this one is selected as a text color. It was selected. So why this happening? Because if you want to select text color, you can also change the text color from here, the content, background color, site color, and any other color. But as of now, the text color is changing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same color as a text color. Let's add. So I'd like to use this one as a text color. Let's make it a little bit lighter. And this one is a background, light background color. And also you can always change it. So you don't have to worry about it later, about this, but we can change them later on. And the menu is also not visible. We can customize them later on. So we have configured the color. Let's close the Elementor. And if is there any color, or if it's necessary to change, here is another color. This one, copy, customize, and here is another color. Let's add it as well and click publish. So we have configured the color. Now it's time to change the button style. The button should be, let's go to our design again. So here is the button style. It's border radius, and the font is bold, and the color is this one. So we have already added our all color. It's now easier for us to change everything. So the border radius should be it's not working. So sometimes, not sometimes, in most of the cases it cannot override the Elementor, and sometimes we have to change the border radius from Elementor as well. So technically it should work from here, but it's not working. But no worry, we can change it from Elementor. It's a bug, I would say, from Kadence. I will report them so that they can fix this. The button border radius is not working, and the button, let's say the padding or text color. So for the button, I will be using Elementor as of now for this project. So let's click publish and go to the Elementor again. So reload our home page here and edit with Elementor. Go to hamburger icon, click site settings and click here buttons. We can also change everything from here as well, but the best practice is to choose only one place. You can choose Elementor site settings, or you can choose specific theme customizer settings. So the button is not working from customizer, that's why I have to navigate to the Elementor. For border radius, let's say 50 pixel, and now as you can see it's working, right? And the padding, let's say 60. Okay, it's working. And I would like to add top and right 25, left 25. That's it. And the typography should be weight, which is 700. Okay, I would like to use 500. It looks perfect now. So click on update now, and that's it. We have completed our typography, global button and global color. So now let's start creating our header area. To start building our header, I'm going to close all the unnecessary tabs here and click this as a new tab, the customizer settings here. And now click on header. So first of all, I would like to upload the logo. Select the logo area and select logo. I have to upload the logo here. Let's open my image file. I will share with you the files and drop it here. Select our logo, and it's a best practice to add alternative text for every single image. So as of now, I'm not going to use all of them, but just share with you. You have to do it for your client site or your personal website. If you're not using live set, then no, you can, for practice, you can just skip them. So I just added the logo here, and as you can see the logo layout, this should be only logo. I'm not going to use title or tagline here as of now. Click logo, and if I select site icon, click select icon from here. There is no site icon created for this project specifically, but you can use any of them from here. Then let's navigate to our menu area. Click primary menu and then go to design. So I have to click on this gear icon and then design. So here you can see standard, full height, underline and underline menu. Let's change the navigation color first from here. The initial color should be black, and the hover color should be this one. It looks perfect. And then the active color should be this one. If I take a look at my design, let's see how it looks. Well, it looks perfect. Now let's add button here. Click on the plus icon, and here you can see button, and that's it. So let's change the button text. go to our design, and the text is get in touch. Get in touch. So the button style, it should display as a border radius, but it's not displaying. If I click on the design and take a look at here, there is border radius. If it's going to work, yes, it's working. And also you can add button padding as well. There should be an options, but there is no options to add padding here as of now. So let's change the color. Add large button, or if I select custom, I can add padding here. Let's say 15 pixel top and right 30, left 30, bottom 15. So that's our standard button size here. We can reduce the top and bottom if we want. And if I select 10, it looks perfect now. For the background color, this is the light color here. Let's copy the color. I think we didn't add that color inside our design. Let's copy and use the color right from here. We have already selected the button, and the background color should be this one. Text color is black. Yes, and also the font weight. Let's change the typography. Let's take a look at here if the free version has the typography options or not. Yes, and here we can see the font style, and this design is not just look like I feel like no, it works. Okay, so let's change it 700, and it's working. And add a border 1 pixel, not 12. And let's compare with our design. The border color should be the brand color. The border color, let's change the border color to this one. So we have completed our header area, and there are a couple of little adjustment, which is the underline under the menu, which is selected here, and also on the hover there should be displayed as underline menu item. Let's change it. Click on the primary navigation here, and as we can see, the navigation style has 4 different style, which is standard, full height, underline, and full height underline. If I select underline, as you can see, it's displaying perfectly with a nice animation effect. So we have successfully completed our menu, button, and it's basically header area. Let's navigate to the tab and mobile devices to see how responsive view works. So when I select the tab version here, as you can see, the toggle or the trigger, it's displaying, but due to the color changes, it's not displaying as expected. So I'm going to click on this gear icon and change this, the trigger to the bolder one, and click on design, and the trigger color should be our brand color. And also you can change the hover color as well. Let's change it to the yellow, and this is how it works. You can increase and decrease the icon size. Let's say 25 pixel. So if I click over here, it looks like this. So I'm happy with the result here. I'm not going to change anything else here. If you want, you can change them. You can play around with the settings. All you have to navigate to the canvas, and inside the canvas you can change the background design. You can change, let's say for an example, I'd like to use the white color, and as you can see, the background is white. You can change the menu color and everything here specifically for the off canvas area. So I'm not going to change them. Let's clear them and click over here. This is the default style. I'm happy with the default style. So I would like to add a button here. Let's click on the plus icon and click button, and then click over here again. This is called button here. Let's change the button style. Click on gear icon, get in touch, and go to design, add border radius 50. So that's it, and click publish. So let's take a look at mobile devices or mobile version here. It also looks great on mobile devices as well. So that's all for the header. Let's start creating our footer area. Go to the footer and take a look at our design. Here is the footer area. We have logo and button, then other menus and other information. Let's copy the background color. I think we have already copied the background color. Go to our customize and change the footer middle row here. Go to general first and change it to 4 column, because if you take a look at our design, there is 4 column here. First logo and then some text here. Let's go to customize, add widget 1, click over here and click got it. Then all you have to do is simply add site icon, so it's not visible here. You can add image, and simply add some text here. Well, then go to our design and add a button here. Let's close this one, it's not necessary. Search here button and type here get in touch. So it's not a good options to every single time change the information from here. Let's take a look at here if is there any options to style the button. Inherit, there is no options to inherit the button here. So sometimes when you're using any free product, there is a high chance that you will get stuck in most of the time. So I'm going to add some padding on the button top and bottom. So it's basically, this one is 25, which is basically left and right padding, and this one should be 10, which is top and bottom padding. So we have added a get in touch here button. So click on publish so that, and reload the page. The footer and header looks like this. Now change the footer background color, because the background color is lighter, it's like the header one. So let's change it. And there is an icon here. If you take a look at the design, there's an icon. So if you want to add icon, you have to use any block editor plugin. For an example, you can use Spectra, or you can use Kadence block as well. But by default, there is no options to add icon here. And I hope you can do it. I'm not going to show you as of now. So let's navigate. So change the color, right? The background color should be the lighter one, and the text is black color. I think this one, right? No, this one is our background color. Let's copy and change the color. So when I select over here, as you can see, there is an issue with the Kadence. You cannot change or you cannot view the color information here. It directly redirect you to the leave the site. And I have faced this issue a couple of times and already reported their team, but I'm not sure. It's still there is an issue here. So how can we fix this? So we have to publish this one, and you can always customize your widget from dashboard. So let's navigate to the dashboard and go to appearance and widgets. And here you can see, if I select footer, this is our widget area, right? We can change it from here easily. select background and select any color from here. Let's say for an example, I'd like to click here the custom color. Okay, the color I have to copy here again. Go to the widgets area, select again, and the background, select custom, click on this design options and paste the color. And we have added the button color successfully. And for the hover, when I hover over, there is no options with the default to change the button hover color. And also there is no options to add border color as well. So there is only options to border radius. And that's it. So we have to happy with that result, because I'm not going to use any custom plugin as of now. But if you want to use any custom plugins, then I have a complete tutorial regarding how Spectra works. You can navigate to my YouTube channel here, and you can follow the Spectra tutorial from part 1 to part 2. And before starting the part 1 and part 2, make sure you have completed the Spectra, which is a complete tutorial, more than 3 hours tutorial. This you can follow this one as well. I will attach all the link into the description. Now I'm happy with the footer area here. Let's reload the footer area. It looks like this. Now navigate to the footer area again and take a look at here. There is title called service, which is H3, and the font size is 31 pixel. Then other information here. Let's add here widget 2, and inside the widget 2 add navigation. So when I select navigation, here is only one menu, which is called primary menu. The primary menu looks like this. Let's say I have added a service title here, and the primary menu looks like this. I have to create some kind of or some other menu from the menus area. So if I go to menus, because I'm not going to use primary menu, I have only one menu here. I have create two menu for service and menus. So let's call this menu service. Click create menu, go to custom link, hash, paste web development, UI UX design, and okay, the design DESIGN. Then marketing support, click add to menu, AC optimization, click add to menu here, and email marketing. So here is another spelling mistake. That's it. Click save menu, and if I go to customize, reload the customizer settings here, navigate to the footer, click widget 2, or you can click here on the gear icon, select service, and select the menu, service menu from here. And as you can see, it's now visible. You can simply just add another widget. The typography here, currently it's not capital letter, so you can change it. Let's first add the widget 3 menu here. Click on the gear icon, click on the plus icon here, and type here navigation. Select the navigation menu, select primary menu. So as of now, I'm going to use primary menu on this position. I'm not going to use or create another menu. It will take time. So as you can see, by default, it's displaying as all the title, which is capital letter. Let's click on the pen icon here and see if is there any options to change the title typography here. There is no options, right? So here you can see there is another options, which is basically called design option. If I click over here As you can see, there is content alignment, so you can align the content here. And currently there is no option to change the title, which is called services quick links. But what you can do, if there is no options, there is another way that you can follow. Simply remove the title from here and add a heading here. Paste the title and change the heading font to H4. And here you can see the arrow. Click on the arrow icon, and as you can see, it's displaying here perfectly. But there is some huge space. You can adjust the space. You have to use some custom CSS. But let's try if is there any options from the Gutenberg to change the spacing from menu and the heading here. Let's click on these three dots and then click on show more settings. And the distance, there should be an options which is margin. It's not available here. So there is no options to change the typography with the default block heading. So what I'm going to do, I will be using custom code here. It's very simple. And let's add widget 3. Let's click on the gear icon and remove the quick links. So before removing the quick links, paste the heading and copy the quick links from here and then paste here. So it looks like this. Well, now if I take a look at our design, there is another options, our address, and the address and then social icon here. Let's add another widget, widget 4, and the 4 widget, this title should be heading and it's called our address, and this should be heading 4. So now it's time to add the address information. Let's navigate to our design. This is a paragraph. Copy, and inside our address, take paragraph, paste here. Go to our design. This is our email address. Go to customize and then select another paragraph and then go to our design again. Copy the phone number, customize and paste here. So this is how it looks. So I'm not really happy with the result here because there is a huge space between the items and it's not good at all. So for the phone number, there is you have to add till, and okay, what I did here, I just removed it accidentally. Let's add till and remove other information from here. That's it. So now it's linkable, and follow the same. Add link. That's it. It's now linkable. So let's add social icon here from Kadence theme. Let's add social icon, and it's displaying like this way. So how can we fix this? All you have to simply click on the gear icon and then select general, and here you can see the column direction, which is currently row. You have to select the column direction from here. That's it. And now as you can see, it's displaying into the perfect position. Take a look at our design and change the color. Let's see if they have an options to change color, because the Kadence has few limitation, because I'm using free theme, right? And let's select again the social, go to design and change the icon color, this one, and the background color should be very light color. Let's copy the light color from here. Copy the color and go to customize and paste here. Then change the border radius. Border radius should be 5, or let's increase more, 10. So the border radius is not working. I think let's click on publish and reload to see if the border radius is working or not. It's working on the front end, but it's not displaying correctly at the back end. Let's add 5 pixels. Click publish now. And one thing that you have noticed that the design, it looks perfect now. Well, let's reload. So as you can see, we have completed our footer, and there is a couple of other settings, which is the background color. Let's navigate to the color area and copy the background. We have already copied the color as well. Let's take a look at our design. Select, and here you can see the row color. And also let's select the copyright area. Let's change the copyright color as well to this one. Click publish and reload the page. So we have completed our footer and header. Just one thing that we have to finalize, which is if our footer is working perfectly or not. On tablet it's displaying perfectly, and on mobile devices it also displaying here perfectly. So now it's time to start building our home page. So before going to build our page content, there is some spacing issue. It's not an issue, we didn't add any padding here. Let's navigate to the customize, select the middle row, and let's take a look at here if is there any options to add some padding. Go to general, and as you can see, there is no options for padding. There should be an option. Let's click over here again. Okay, so technically there should be an options for add padding. Let's click here again. Top spacing, this one. So this is the padding. So as you can see, I was looking padding, but it's now displaying as a top spacing. So this is how exactly you have to find when you are not getting the exact result. Sometimes you have to take a look on different text or different titles. So I was looking for padding, but they have added it as a top spacing. So that's all. Let's reload the page, and it's displaying perfectly here. Now click on edit with Elementor and delete all information from here. So first of all, close the customizer and navigate to our design. Let's take a look at here, and this is the title and the hero area. Let's start building our hero area. Let's copy that title from here and go to Elementor. Take a look. You can just use any kind of direction from here. You can change it later on. So add a title. This should be H1. Add text here. Let's make it center. So it's not going to center in this way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the container from here, and here you can see that justify content, which is align item, should be center, and it should be center as well. So I will change the align item later on, but as of now I'd like to add the justify content center. Let's duplicate the text, and here you can see it's changing. Let's select the container again, because I'm not going to use the direction as of now, so I'd like to just use the column direction. And here you can see it's also changed the justify content. Just select the center from here. Let's change the text. digital agency. And do not get confused when I'm using the container and flex item. If you're not familiar with them, then I highly recommend you. I have said already a couple of times, just watch my Flexbox tutorial inside my channel, and I have also add a link into the description as well. Now let's take a look at our design, and the font size is 72. It looks perfect. So there is background color, and the header is transparent header. Let's make our header transparent. So before going to make it transparent, let's add a background color, then you'll be able to understand exactly how the transparent header works. Select the container and select style, click background and select the background color from here. Let's select, I think this one, not this one. This one is a background color. And add some height. Click update and go to page view site. So as of now the header is not transparent. Let's make it transparent. I'm going to only enable the transparent header inside the home page. So I'm going to change it from the edit page options. I just open a new tab here and select the page settings, and here you can see the page layout and other information. The transparent header is here. All you have to simply enable this one. That's it. Click on update and reload the page. As you can see, when I activate the transparent header, all the content below the header just moved up under the header area, and this is how it works. Let's navigate to our Elementor design area and reload the Elementor design here. And as you can see, there is a little issue. There is the highlight which is not displaying perfectly here, and let's inspect and see from where the highlight is coming from. So as you can see, there is margin bottom 5 EM from single content, H1 Elementor and heading title. So there is some default margin bottom, and it's coming from, if I hover over, as you can see, it's coming from themes Kadence, and the issue which is it's coming from the Kadence. So let's take a look at first our global setting and see the Kadence by default has any options to remove the margin which is displaying here from the heading. Let's navigate to fonts, typography, and then H1. There is no option to change the line height, and there's options line height. Let's reduce. So if I reduce the line height, you can see how it looks. So let's add 1 and click save change. I think the line height is not going to change the adjustment here because their margin is coming from another place which is not available inside the free version. So what we can do, we can simply use the margin from Elementor and we can adjust them as of now. Let's select the title or the heading from here and first change the color and make it similar to our design, and a stroke and shadow here. Go to Elementor and text stroke 1 or 2, and then text shadow, it should be black color, and here you can see I'm not going to use blur. Let's change the position here, horizontal and vertical 3. So that's it as of now, and the color is light yellow color. Let's try this one. Okay, I think this one is selected here. And there is one thing that you have noticed, that the font family here, which is currently the design, in this design, the font family is Clarity City. So it's a external font, not from Google font. And if I take a look at here and if I search the font family here, it's not available. You have to use custom font, and I will change the font later on when I'm using the custom font. But as of now, I just want to use the default font, which is Inter, and I'll be using the Inter font for this tutorial. Okay, let's navigate to the Elementor and add some margin. Select the heading here, go to Style, Add Fonts, and Margin 0. Then at the bottom, let's add minus 34, 35, and this one should be minus 35. And top, you can decrease little bit to adjust the design here. Then add some paragraph here. Okay, go to Elementor and take a paragraph text, add some paragraph content. So as you can see, the paragraph content looks like this. So what we can do, we can take another container here and then add the paragraph text here and change the container width here. And inside the paragraph text, select Style and make it center. And this is how it works. Let's navigate to our design again and take a look at the button. Discover more. Go to Elementor and add a button here. Go to all elements, drop it here, make it center, change the text, and add an icon here. So I'm not going to use SVG. Arrow. Select any arrow that matches with your design. This one. Go to Elementor and I'm going to use this arrow here. Click Insert, and the icon position should be after. Add some spacing and click Update. So now it's time to add this banner image. To add this banner image, I have already uploaded the banner image inside my media library. Let's zoom in so that you can view it perfectly. And let's add the banner image here. To add the banner image, I'm going to add another container here. And select the container, go to Style. So let's change. Okay, we can change the color later on. Let's add image first. And select the image. This one. Insert media. And as you can see, the image looks like this. So if you take a look at here closely, the background color ended here, and under the background color, the image is also appearing. So for this kind of section, it's very easy. All you have to do is simply add a background color here first. Light color. And also the above section, which is not necessary. This is so big as of now. I'm going to reduce the height. Let's make it 0. And we'll be adding some margin or padding top from Advanced. And the padding should be 300. Or let's add 100. It looks perfect now. And the image here, as you can see, it looks like this. Let's select the image here and as you can see, I have just selected image, and if you take a look at our design, there is some color. Okay, I have already explained that. So I would like to create this one as of now. Just navigate to our Elementor, select the image, go to advanced and add margin bottom minus 170. Well, so the next section is about and heading. Let's start making next section here. Go to design and take another section. So add some margin here so that you can understand the difference. 170, and I can add a margin and padding later on. So I'm going to create this section. So we are just complete our hero area. Let's copy the title from here. Now copy the title, add a H heading to paste the title here. So here you can see we are a creative and talented team of creators based in digital services, and add some content here. Go to elements, text editor. So as you can see, it's displaying as a column. Let's select container and change the layout from here. The direction should be column vertical, and also the width should be this one, so that it display two column here. And also the direction, you can change it, this one reverse, but I'm not going to change the direction from here. I'd like to display here. That's it. Change it center and make it also center. Let's go to our design again, and there is text about us and some background color, and also the heading. Under the heading text there is border. Let's change the heading style first. Here, go to style, click on typography, and decoration should be underlined. And also, as you can see, there is a gap between the item, so we can select container, and here you can see we can reduce the gap between the item here, make it 0. And also we can reduce the gap from here, but there are some other elements it will overwrite here, but I'm not going to use that on from here. Let's add another. Okay, let's add heading here, about us, make it center and change it to heading 4. Go to style, and the text color should be black, and there is a background color. From advanced you can add the background color. The color should be not this one, I think it's the lighter one. Yes. So let's add border radius. Border radius should be 50. And as you can see, the background is displaying full width, right? How can we fix that? Let's add some padding here first. Padding top 10, bottom 10. Let's reduce a little bit here, and also top. So the bottom one is perfect. I'm just not happy with the full width. So how can we fix this? Simply select the container, and here you can see wrap. All you have to simply, by default it's always display as a wrap, and all you have to simply select no wrap. And also alignment should be center. That's it. So as you can see, the wrap is not necessary here, so it's displaying a wrap by default. It's not necessary, but the aligned item should be center. Now let's navigate to heading and advance again, because if you take a look at here, there is no padding on the left and right. Let's add padding 10 pixel, and right should be 10 pixel. So that's it. We have completed this section, and let's take a look at our design. So in most of the places we have to use this kind of section, and in that case what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this section as Elementor template. Let's navigate to the Elementor editor and save this one as a template called section heading. Save. Well, we have completed this section heading area, and it's time to add a video here. You can use Vimeo. This video is from Vimeo, so let's type here and navigate to Vimeo. So there should be free options that we can add free video. Let's select any of them from here. Just wait a few seconds. Select here to share, and then you can copy the iframe or you can copy the link from here. So I just copy the link, select video, and paste here the URL, and select the source Vimeo. And then as you can see, the Vimeo source looks like this. So you can change few options. If you take a look at our design, it's almost similar, and you can adjust the design here, adjust the source, other information from here. Autoplay, intro title, you can disable or enable. You can change other information from here. Let's add some margin above the Vimeo area, 40 pixel, and now it looks like this. So the video is little bit bigger than the title area. So why this is displaying as a small? Because we have added some margin inside the container, which is a fixed width, and if we increase the width, as you can see, the video width is increasing, but our title and other information width is not working as expected. So what we can do in that case, we can take another container here. So inside the container, we can take another container and we can remove this from here. Let's add another container first, and inside this container add heading, heading, then this one, okay, and then this title here, and change it here as well. Let's change the align items here, and also for this heading, let's change it, the container, change the heading to center, and now we can change the width here, and it will only applicable inside this container. There is another container, this width is not affected on the above container, and now as you can see, it looks perfect. So you can also reduce the video width as well, but I'm happy with the video width result here. Let's add some other information under the video. So I think I should reduce the video width a little bit here. Let's select the video, and then this is without container, and let's add another container for the video. And drag this video to this container. Not this one, I think I have to drag it again carefully here. Well, so we have successfully drag this video inside the container, and let's select the container here and change the weight. Well, I'm happy with the result here. Let's reduce the margin from this container. Go to advanced, or I think I have added margin inside the video area. Select video, go to advanced, and here you can see I have added margin here. Let's remove the margin. Now let's take another container here, and this is inside the parent container. So inside the parent container I have three containers. The first one is for heading group, the second one is for video, and the third one is for another section, which is this one, the static section basically we called. And let's copy the color, and inside the container I'd like to take another container, add a heading, or if you take a look at here, let's search counter. Here you can see the counter, and here is our design. Let's use this counter. The number, the ending number should be 99, and the prefix and suffix here you can add, which is percentage. Okay, I'd like to add suffix here, not prefix. Percentage, and change the font size, which is 40 on, and also this font size is 20 pixel. Let's add the content here first, and let's style the font size. Text color default, and title, well, the color should be default. Only the percentage, which is suffix, I have to change the suffix color, but I think it's not possible from here. There is no options to change the suffix color here, so we can add custom code. Let's add custom code, and for every single item I have to add custom code. Let's try. Select, and here you can see the suffix Elementor number suffix, so you can just add this here, and color should be your brand color. Let's say for an example I'd like to add red color, and here you can see it's working, right? So it's little bit advanced. If you're not familiar with the any coding or anything HTML or CSS, then I do not recommend you to follow this section. Let's navigate to additional CSS from the theme and paste the color red. So basically it's not red color, it's our yellow color. Copy and go to customize, paste the color. So I'm not going to use this one as of now, because there are a couple of other element content counter number. I have to add them every single item individually. So for this reason I'm going to add a class here. Let's select this one, go to advanced and class counter. As a counter I'd like to use C1, and the rest of the 4 number should be C2. Let's select or change the font size first here. From title, the title typography, it should be default, and the font size 40 on pixel. Okay, this one should be 20 pixel, not 40 on, and the number width should be 40 on pixel. That's it. And the design, it looks similar. We can take container, but if we want without container, we can also use only counter. Let's delete one container from here, and inside the container I just add counter here. So there is no element here, and we can use counter as of now. Let's duplicate 4 times and select the container, and then change the direction to horizontal, and then make it center. And also you can add border. So let's add or select item from here, go to advanced, border, solid, and border right should be 1 pixel, not bottom, it should be right. There is border right. So now select the container again and gap between. So as you can see, there is issue here. When I add gap between, the border is still here, and we have to struggle with the padding again, like the previous older version. So what we can do, we can reduce or remove the border from here. So navigate to the border, select none, and first change all the custom class from here first. C2, and for this one I have added ID, so I have to add C1 as a class, not ID, and this one should be C2, and again this one should be C3. Add here C4, click on update, and here is percentage. This is 20M plus. Let's change them. I will add the border later on. And then this one. And also this one as a percentage, so I have to add plus here, and the customer satisfaction should be this one as a percentage. Now let's add content. Active customer, users per week, and agency growth. Oops, change it. Growth. So we have added container. Inside container we have added counter. And now let's add separator. Or divider. So there is an issue with the Flexbox. You cannot change the divider. So what I mean the change, let's say the divider, you would like to change the transformation here, and you cannot rotate. It looks like this. So as you can see, the transformation is not working like the column Elementor area. So inside the column we can transform any element, or we can rotate any element here. But inside the Flexbox features, you cannot change it. So that's an issue here. So right now what we can do, we have to add another item here. So for an example, a tricky part, let's add container here, because let me show you the issue here. When I select border, let's add solid and add right border. So the problem is the border start from here. It should start from the middle, right? So we can display it middle using padding, using some margin, let's say padding right 50 pixel, and we can make it center in this way. But this is not standard, so if I had to add padding and margin, then why I'm using the Flexbox, right? So let's find out if is there any way, and if you guys know the solution here, please let me know. But as of now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try another way. Let's change or add container here, and then take it and place it inside the container, and then duplicate, delete this one. Yes, I think the container will resolve this issue. So sometimes you have to experiment different things to make things work. And as you can see, we just change few things and hopefully it will be working. Let's reduce the gap between. And now select the container, go to advanced, and style, and then select border, solid, and add 1 pixel right. That's it. It's working now. Select border, right 1 pixel. Again, select border, style, right 1 pixel. And as you can see, this is what I wanted to achieve, and that's the result, and that's the output. I hope you understand why I am spending so much time here. Let's change the border color to this color. So by default, the border color is ED or something like that. Let's change it to the color from here. Let's change the border color to this one. So I have to add a little bit lighter. It's perfect. Let's copy the color from here and then select this one, select border, change the color, and we are ready to go. There is only one border left. Let's change the color. Boom, we're done with the border. So now it's time to add some different color for plus percentage. Let's click on update first and add some padding top here to make some gap between the video and our item here. Let's select the container, this one, not this one, and go to advanced, add margin top 40 pixel or 60 pixel. 60 pixel is enough, and now click update. So we have added some custom CSS here, right? Let's reload the page and scroll down. So here you can see our custom CSS is working with one color, right? If I go to style and additional CSS, it's working with one color. Let's add our custom class, which is C1. And as you can see, when I add C1, the C1 color is yellow. It's working only for the C1. Let's copy and paste 4 times here. C2, C3, C4. And for C2, let's copy the color from here, which is our primary color. Go to customize, paste the primary color, it's working. And again, for plus icon, which is this color, and paste it here. Sorry, here. Not here. So why it looks different? Copy again carefully. Go to customize, paste, and this should be this one. Let's copy. So now as you can see, it's working perfectly. Let's click publish. So we have completed our About Us section. Let's start creating our service section here. So let's copy the heading here, go to our design, and we have added a section heading. Let's insert this one. Here is the section heading, and also we have added some margin here inside the container when we created the section heading. Let's remove them first, and there is no margin as of now. And here I have to click on advanced, and as you can see there is margin top as well. Let's reduce it to 70. It looks perfect. So inside the container, I'd like to take another container here, because if you just understand and take a look, there are two columns, which is on the left side intro and then the heading, and on the right side there is a button. So let's we have already copied the text from here. Let's navigate to the Elementor and start making it similar. So first of all, this is our parent container, this will be our parent container, and inside the parent there is another container. Then take another container for heading and About Us and remove the paragraph, and here I am going to duplicate this container for button. So I'll be showing you, if you are not taking any container for the button area, how it looks. Let's delete the container from here first and just drag and drop here the button, and let's add the button here. Well, so what I did here, if you just take a look at the navigator, inside the navigator you can easily understand there is a parent container, and inside the container for the heading only I have added container. Then there is another container for title and the About Us text and the button. We can easily select the container which is the title and button parent container, then change the direction to row horizontal, and as you can see the button looks like this. And unfortunately as of now you cannot fix the button, so you cannot change the button width, you cannot add a button, and it looks like this. So in that case we have to use container here again. Let's change the view first and add another container, then take this button inside the container. So we can now easily select our parent container here and change the direction. As you can see, it's working perfectly. Now there are a couple of other settings. Let's work on it. First of all, select this container first and change the direction to start, and also change the heading left. And I have copied the text already, paste it here. Well, this one, and instead About Us it should be intro. Let's click over here and type here intro, and then select container, and I can easily drag and drop the area here. So for that button I have to select container as well, change the direction to end and make it center. This is how it looks. The button is placing at the bottom corner. Well, and this is a little bit wider. Let's make it similar. Let's change the width here and change the button text. Add an icon here, arrow icon, and this one, insert, place it after, add spacing 10 pixel, and select container again. And as you can see, the button is not at the bottom area. Let's place it at the end of the bottom area, and it looks like this. So the button inside this container, inside this area, there is some space at the bottom, and that's why the button and the title is not aligned the same line. In that case, what we can do, we can adjust or add some margin, okay, not margin, add some padding bottom, which is 20 pixel. Now as you can see, if you take a look closely, the button and the text is aligned into the same line here. So let's navigate to our design again and start creating this section. Take image, and first of all, for that section, let's select the container. We can add inside this container, or we can take another container. So let's take another container, and inside the container add another container, and then there is image, title, paragraph, and link. So add image, select image from here, this one, and then add a title here, which is H3, and then add paragraph. This one, and also the last one is button. Let's add a button here. Well, so I have added button. Let's style the button, change the background color. This should be transparent, and the text color is this one. Padding should be 0. Add a border solid at the bottom area, which is 2, and the border radius should be 0. So it looks similar. Add some padding little bit at the bottom area, 10 pixel. Okay, only at the bottom, which is 5 pixel, is enough. It looks like this. So let's, if you want, you can add an icon here. If I add icon, it will look much professional. Let's add an icon. Okay, instead arrow, let's add angle here. Select icon position after, add a spacing, 10 pixel is perfect. So we have completed this section. Select the container again and duplicate this one, and select the parent container. Let's make it direction horizontal, and the inner container content direction should be left, and also the heading, it should be margin is bottom minus 10 pixel. Well, there are other things. Let's complete, then I will duplicate them again and again. There is border radius and box shadow. So let's select the container here, go to style, change border, the border type solid, width on pixel, 1 pixel, then select border radius 10, and the box shadow is pure black color. Well, change the blur 0 and change the horizontal 6 and the vertical should be 6. Let's close this one and see how it looks. It looks like this, and it looks perfect. So that's it. Let's add some padding inside the design. Select container, go to advanced, add padding 20 pixel. Okay, it should be a little bit bigger. I think the 30 pixel is perfect here. Let's remove the second one. Okay, remove, and this one is removed from here, and duplicate. So we have completed this one. So now just duplicate this container here, and as you can see, it looks like this. Let's compare. There is some space between the item, and almost, if I select here, and it's 36 pixel. Let's add space between here, select this container, and gap between 40. Let's add 40 pixel. Again, select the second container and add gap between 40. Okay, not this one, this one, and add a gap between 40 pixel. And also, to add gap between the above section and the below section, let's click advanced, add some margin top 20, and also this one, select advanced, add margin bottom 10 pixel, and it looks perfect. I'm not sure, 10 pixel. If I increase 20, it's not working. 20, well, 40. So we can add 40 directly, and it's just change the spacing based on your current view angle, and it looks perfect here. So I think I should add 30. Okay, let's reduce a little bit. What I did, because when I add margin here, it's not taking the right margin, and that's why by default there is still margin. I didn't remove the padding. By default it comes with a padding, not margin. So I'm not going to spend so much time to removing the padding and make it default, but without removing them we can fix it as well. Let's change the content here. And one thing that you have noticed here, this AC optimization doesn't have the margin bottom, and this one have, and this one also have. So I think without the margin bottom it looks perfect. Let's remove and see how it looks. So we can also do one thing, we can select the container and the gap between. As you can see, we can use the gap between, so we can make it 0. By default is 20, and let's use the 20 as of now. All of them has the 20 pixel gap between the item. Let's copy the other information from here, paste it. I hope you can copy paste. Let's copy again. Sometimes the copy and paste doesn't work as expected, and paste it here, copy, and then paste it here. Let's change the image, this one, and also for this one, and here is another one, which is man with a computer. A man with a computer, and here is a girl with something in her hand. Now it looks perfect. So we have completed our intro section, about section as well. Let's take a look at our design. The next one is testimonial. So there is one thing that we have to add a background color here. We didn't add the background color. Let's select the container, select style and select the background color, this one. Again, you have to add the other background color here as well. Let's choose, and for this one as well. And also I'm going to show you the difference between margin and padding as well. So here you can see I have added margin, and that's why it creates space here between two sections. And also you can create all of them into one section. So if I want to make them, it's possible, but it will overwhelming, and there are lots of new visitors that are watching my video. So I've always tried to make video easily, and also I always try to share the debugging process. So margin bottom, I'm going to remove this one, and I'd like to increase the padding here, which is 30, and it should be bottom 30 pixel. And also for this section I have to add padding, and it looks perfect here. So click update, and let's take a look at our second design, and there is some padding bottom as well. Let's add padding bottom here. It might be 70 pixel or 80 pixel. Let's select here, press Ctrl, it's 90 pixel here. Let's take another section, and in this section I'll be creating all of them together without taking a new section. Inside one section, let's create, and let me show you, because you have to understand how it works. Let's take container, and then inside container take another container, and here you can see testimonial and the title. You can copy from here or you can export import. I'm going to copy as of now, duplicate, paste, copy, and you can paste here like this way as well, and drag it into this container. Take a look at our design, copy the information and make it a maximum width. Paste the content and then change the container center, and then the content should be center. Change the text from intro to testimonials. Add some padding top, 80, and bottom should be 80 pixel. Let's add another container inside the container. Well, so as you can see, inside one container I have add other container here, and now add another container, add image. So I'm just doing a little bit faster. Change the alignment. Okay, I will change the alignment later on. Lorem ipsum, then add some paragraph text, select the container here, change the start alignment here, change it, the username, and here what you can do, you can add another container here inside the container, add a title, and simply add the username. You can use H5 or H6. The color is not visible here. I can change the color from the customizer setting, and here is UI UX. Duplicate this one and change the UI UX as well. We can make it paragraph. Let's change it to paragraph. So that's it. Let's start making from the bottom one. Select this container, then change the direction to this one. Now it's displaying perfectly. Go to our design again, copy the color, and this text should be 18 pixel semi bold. Let's make it 18 pixel. Copy typography, it should be semi bold, or if I add semi bold then it should be 600. It looks similar. Let's add 600 here, and there is a gap between. Let's reduce the gap. UI UX designer, this text should be our parent color, and remove the padding from this container. Go to advanced, select 0, and we are almost done. Let's duplicate this one couple of times. Select the container, change the direction, and now select the inner container here. Then go to style, add a border, type solid, 1 pixel, border color is primary color, then the border radius is 10 pixel, box shadow is darker color, and the blur should be 0, horizontal 6, vertical 6, and the padding, which is from advanced padding, 30 pixel. That's it. And this icon is little bit smaller. Let's make this icon full width and change the width here to 15%. Instead, let's use pixel here. This 37 or 35 is perfect. So delete the other item from here and duplicate this one. Then duplicate the primary one as well and add some space between. 40 pixel is enough. Let's compare with the design, and 36, it's displaying here 36 pixel. Let's add 35, and also the same here, 35. Close this one, and as you can see, it's displaying similar, and it looks like all of them are 35 pixel. Click on update. We have completed the testimonial section. Let's move into our next section here, which is frequently asked questions section. Simply duplicate, go to Elementor editor and duplicate this section. Scroll down, change the text first from here. Ask questions. Copy the content. Copy this one. And this text. Let's add a paragraph text here. It looks like this. So you can adjust the space by selecting this container, gap between, and add the frequently asked questions section, which is toggle area. Let's remove the container from here. and keep this one only. Okay, let's remove this one as well because there is a button. I do not want to use the button. And type here toggle so compare with the design. There is arrow on the right side and title on the left side. Let's navigate to our design, and here you can see here's a title. Now let's change the icon position first. Select icon and change the alignment to the right, and also change the icon here as well, this one, and here you can see the icon looks like this. And when I active, the active icon should be this one. It looks now almost similar. Let's copy the content from here and I'll duplicate them couple of times. So change the other content from here quickly. If you place all the similar content, then it will not looking so good, and it's not a best practice at all. Now let's play around with the design. First of all, change the width. I'm not a big fan of this width, so inside the testimonial, as you can see, there is a one thing that there are 2 testimonial under the section, but I have added 3. No worry, we can reduce them later on. So let's complete this one first. Go to style, and the border should be 1 pixel. Color, which is our brand color. And then the content padding. Okay, without padding, let's add some background first. Let's background color is this one. I have to copy the color. I didn't copy the color yet. Copy, go to editor, and you can also add color from here. And the title background color is similar when it open. So there is a couple of things you have to understand. This is the title background color and the active color. So just take a look at here closely. The active color is similar, but the normal color is a little bit darker. So is it possible to change those things here in this way? So let's first add the darker color from here. Then I will add another one. This is the normal color, and the title active color, this one, which should be light color. But I'm not sure why this color is so much different here. Okay, let's copy. Again, this is 100% and that is the opacity. Let's paste here. And that's the difference here. Copy again. The active color should be not the background one. So as of now, you can just do it this kind of changes here. Let's add padding, and I will think about the space later on. I can add margin, padding, all the custom information, but let's find out and let's fix the color and other information here first. So there is border radius and the space between. So if I select toggle, there is space between, and the border radius option, let's add 20 pixel space between. And it looks like this. So there should be an option for border radius. Let's try. There's only border color and the space between, but inside the toggle and inside the content there is no border radius. So what we can do, we can simply navigate here and then we can add a custom class. I would like to add C, then toggle. C means custom. So if I just add any custom word or custom prefix, then it will be unique here. So I'd like to call C toggle and style here based on my design. So just I have to add little border radius and also the toggle icon color and change the font, which is 24. Let's take a look at here. The title font is 24 and the font family, font weight should be default one. So let's click update and reload the page. Now it's time to add some custom code here. Let's inspect, and here you can see we have added C toggle, right? Let's find out the C toggle first. So there are lots of code here. If you cannot find out, you can simply Ctrl F and type here C toggle. So here you can see we have find out the C toggle, and then there is individual item which is called toggle item. So we can nest it the style here. Let's type here class C toggle, and then class Elementor, then toggle dash item, and just make a copy so that we can reuse them. And then here you can see it's called Elementor tab title. Let's select again and paste our custom code and dot, which is refers to class Elementor tab title, and now add some border radius 10 pixel. And as you can see, the border radius is working perfectly, right? So it looks like our similar our design is something like similar. So there is some border bottom. We can also change the border bottom as well. Let's copy the rules here and just check. There's another issue, as you can see here, so we can fix this one as well. We have already copied our tab and information. Let's copy without the title and select the tab content here, and inside the tab items here you can see the Elementor tab content. Let's add Elementor tab content and then add margin top minus 10 pixel. So as you can see, it now looks perfect. We can reduce, or we can increase and decrease the margin. So 9 pixel or 10 pixel looks perfect here. Now all I have to simply copy the code, select inspect, and simply select the code from here, copy, go to customize and paste here. Select publish and reload the page. We have completed our frequently asked questions section here. So we can add a lot of custom code, but this tutorial is only for beginners. So that's why I'm just skipping few part here. I'll change them later on. And I just start uploading video on this channel for beginners. Then after completing all the beginner series, I will start using some development part, start publishing some coding related tutorial as well, and some other advanced series tutorial I'll be publishing very soon. Let's take a look at our another section, which is we believe in good service. Let's complete this section very quickly. Section, then another section, it's called container, not section. Duplicate this one, change direction, add a heading, heading 2, paste here. What we can do, we can copy this heading, paste here, delete this one, and then copy text again. So paste, I just copy or paste the heading for a little bit quicker. Let's add another information here. So what I can do, I can take another container here. Inside the container, let's make it duplicate. And well, first of all, take a look at the design. Inside container, there will be 2 columns. So the easiest way is take container, and inside container take another container, then duplicate this one. Very simple. And select the container. And also there is one thing, you can also just remove this one, and here you can take another container. It's now let's duplicate this one and make it direction to this, change it to this one. Well, so here what I'm going to do, I'm going to change at the heading, which is 24 pixel, and it should be H4. Let's try, we haven't add any 24 pixel. Well, let's add 24 pixel here. Add some content, paragraph, paste here. That's it. And select the container, reduce the gap between, and delete this one. Simply duplicate, and then duplicate this one again. Remove the another one. So you can adjust the margin and you can adjust the padding here inside the container area. Let's remove the unnecessary padding so that it aligns perfectly. Let's remove padding from here as well. There's a lot of padding, right? And delete the below one, again duplicate the above one. So we have just completed the left section here. We can still reduce padding, and also there is some not margin, it should remove the padding here, but I'm not sure. However, when I select, we can increase and decrease the vertical alignment as well. So we are done with this section. Let's add image simply. This one. Let's drag and drop the image. Select the container and make it center. And there's a background color here. Let's go to our style, background type, change the color to our theme color and add padding. Top, which should be 80 pixel or 70, and bottom 70 pixel. So we have completed, we believe, in good service section here. Let's click on update. So before we start creating the next section, the one thing that I have changed, I have to change, which is if you just compare with the design from the Figma, here you can see it has two testimonial at the bottom area, and the above is 3 testimonials, and inside our design there is the 3 and 3, 6 testimonial total. I have to remove one. Let's remove from here. As you can see, it looks like this. How can we fix this one? Simply select the container and change the width here. That's it. And we are done with the section here. So let's navigate and start creating the next section, which is article section. Currently, by default, Elementor doesn't have options to display blog post widget and inside Elementor area. If I just want to show you, let me show you exactly what I mean here. Type here post, and here you can see the post is inside the premium version, which is the pro features from Elementor. There are lots of other plugins that you can use for post, and in our previous video we have used a couple of plugins. If you have completed my other videos from my channel, then you will be able to understand. Today I am going to try a new one, and I haven't used that plugin before, so let's type here Elementor post and see if is there any widget or not. I'm just trying to explore. So currently, as you can see, there is nothing or no simple elements here, which comes with only post. But what we can do, we can simply use any kind of add-ons from here. You can use happy add-ons, you can use elements kit, Elementor add-ons, you can use essential add-ons. There are lots of add-ons here, so you can use any of them. Let's say, for an example, if you just take a look at here, you can see the post grid is available here, and also the post grid is available here. Let's click happy add-ons for Elementor, and just click install, and let's activate and see if is there any options to activate only the post widget or module from this happy add-ons. Click activate, and I'm not going to install this one. There are lots of features here. I'm not going to install them. I just click setup and go to dashboard. So click on widgets. Here you can see lots of widgets. I'm going to disable all of them, and type here Ctrl F and type here post, and I'm going to only enable the post widget. As you can see, there is post widgets and all of them are pro features, and there is only which is post tab, which is free. Let's take a look at here, post list, which is free, post tab, and all of them are pro version here. So that means we are not going to use this one. So simply I'm going to deactivate this one, because in this video I'll be only using the free version. Let's click add new again and type here Elementor, and I'm going to install the essential add-ons for Elementor. Click install now, because it has the free post elements that we can simply use, and we can just enhance our design. There are lots of helpful widgets inside the essential add-on Elementor. Click activate, and I'm not going to add any options here as of now. Just go to essential add-ons and then click on elements. So currently, as you can see, all of them are enabled. I'm going to disable all of them. Global control, let's disable, and type here post, and here you can see the post carousel and the post grid, which is free. Just activate this one, then click save changes. So you have installed a big plugin, but you just want a small features from this plugin. So for this reason, you can deactivate all of them from here and just use the one that you would like to use. I just activate this one. Here you can see, you can follow that documentation, you can see their demo. They just recently changed their design. It really looks beautiful. So in most of my client project, I try to use CrocoBlock and Gutenberg, because those are very easier, and because I have those subscription as well, not only the easier. So let's start and reload the editor. So navigate to the section where I have worked on. Okay, there is another duplicate item. Let's navigate to the section here. So here is our design and to heading, and we have created this kind of section on the above. Okay, copy this one, just copy and paste here. Okay, paste here. It's not going to copy or paste in this way. I have to copy again. So copy and paste here. Well, now it's working. And change the content. Let's work together. Close the other unnecessary tabs, and then this title here, paste, and explore more, and then two blog posts here. Let's take a look at here closely and understand. There is no background color, just image, title, and permalink. Let's remove the background color first and add a widget. Type here post, and as you can see, EA post grid, which is Elementor essential add-on post grid. I cannot add the post grid here. Let's duplicate this one and remove the button and other elements here, then insert the post grid inside this container. Let's drag and drop it here again, and the post grid looks like this. Why it looks like this? Because we have just copy paste. There are a couple of information that I have to change. Let's remove here, and inside the container there is two container. No need to use two container here. let's update this one as of now and go to our editor dashboard and publish 2 blog posts here, or we can install a plugin called dummy post. Then click install now. Click on activate. Go to settings and here you can see generate post. Click over here. Let's add 10 blog posts and click generate. We have added 10 posts. So if I just click on all posts, here you can see all the posts are added here, and remove the hello world as of now. Go to Elementor and reload the page. Scroll down and then select here post. Drag and drop here. As you can see, it looks beautiful, right? Let's change it to post and let's change other information, and I'm going to display 2 posts here, and also it's why it's working like this way. Let's click update and reload the page again. Click on this container, and they just got mad here. I think I have missed something else. Post per page. If I add 4, it looks like this, and if I reduce less than 4, then it just change its position. Let's delete again and type here post. I think it's not compatible with the Flexbox, and that's why. Let's add 2 column and then change now the post view to it's working now. And let's style the post area. Take a look at our design, which is border radius, title, and it's 24, then learn more, and there is no other information here. Let's go to layout setting, show image, and the image height should be specified. Then show more button and meta information. So that's it. And also let's go to style, border radius 20 pixel or 10 pixel. It looks like this. So okay, read more button style, add some margin top 20 pixel, then change the color to this one and border bottom. Border type solid, width 1 pixel, and change the color to our theme color. The typography should be uppercase, and also it should be bold. But the border bottom, which is, it doesn't looks perfect here. What we can do, we can simply go to advanced setting and let's try out, because I think it's not fixed yet, or inline auto should be work, but it's not working. We have to use custom code, or none of them are working here. Default. So we cannot change the button information here. Okay, no worry, we can use always custom code, but let's find out here if they have added any information here for flex layout. Okay, the final solution is using custom code. Click empty cache here again. Still it looks horrible. Let's copy, take a look at incognito mode and scroll down. As you can see, it's not working as expected with the Flexbox layout. So as of now, without only Elementor Pro version, you cannot use the Flexbox with other third-party plugins. I have also tried a couple of other plugins, but they didn't work. Let's have tried header footer builder previously before start working on this project, but it doesn't work. Technically this should work, but I'm not sure why it's not working. Post purpose 2 and the layout is 2, so it should work, but this is very strange. Now it's working. So it's working with another style. Let's now change post excerpt comes with a and then with inline auto, or we can use display block, inline block. So as we can see, we can use this code as of now as a quick solution. So go back to our customizer setting, click additional CSS, paste the code here and click update. We have completed our block section, and also we can add some custom code at the top area, which is for border radius. Select media and border radius 0, 0, 0 and 0. The first one is top left 10 pixel and the right one is also 10 pixel top right, and the other one is 0, which is bottom. And just verify it, we have to add also bottom 0 here. We have to add also, let's add 10 pixel. That's it. And there is a border, so we can keep the border or we can remove the border. As of now there is no border, but let's keep it. It looks good. Copy and paste here again. So we are done with this section. Let's navigate to another section, which is our last section. Let's start making quickly here. Add some margin because there is no other spacing required on the above, and I'm not using any background color as well. Let's add 70 pixel and bottom 70 pixel, then add a background color and add, okay, let's add a container again. Inside the container add title. So we have already created this kind of title. Let's copy from above. We can use this one, it's similar. Let's copy this one. So we have already saved that. Let's use from our saved template. Insert, apply, select the container at the bottom area and drag, drop it here. We are done. Let's make it start left and change the color to white color, and also change the text color to white color as well. Let's make it left, and this one should be left as well. So there is another column that I have to take. So add another column here, or container. Okay, it's not working. Simply duplicate this one and delete other elements from here. I'm pressing delete from computer, from my keyboard, and now select the container, go to layout, change the direction to horizontal and change the content. Add a button, get started, which is call to action. Go to elements and drag and drop it the button here, and style this button get started. Add an icon here, change the icon to this one and place it after. Add 10 pixel spacing. So now it's time to add some background color. Okay, here is the icon color. Copy the color, paste it here, and change the text color as well. The hover color should be yellow, not text. The text should be black, or we can select our theme black, and then the background should be our accent color. Now let's add an image and then select the image, which is, I think, this one we have uploaded or not. This one, yes. So we are done. Let's select the primary section and change the position to center. Add some padding, top 40 and bottom 40 pixel. But one thing that if you noticed here, this section is not full width, so let's not use full width section here. And the padding, there is, I think, no need to use padding as of now. We can add padding 30 pixel at top and change the image position so that it aligns at the bottom area. Margin bottom minus 11 pixel looks perfect. And select the container area again. Go to layout, change the width. It's not working. Change full width or box mode. So in that case, what we can do, inside the container, So we have added the background color inside the primary container, but in that case, when we are going to use the minimum height width, then in that case we have to use just another container here. Let me show you what I mean here. Take another container. Okay, so we have already changed the container layout here, so we can start from here again. Let's start and take another container here. Now inside this container, add these two containers. So this one should be here. Well, delete this one, and now here is the magic. Change the view to horizontal. Well, I can change it from here as well. Even I can change it from the direction as well. Let's click container, go to style, and add a background color here. Now it will not going to display as a full width, and now make it center. So sometimes you have to do this kind of situation. You have to face this kind of situation and think about alternative way. Let's add margin here. Not 7, it should be 70 pixel. We are done with the style and just want to add border radius, which is go to style, border, then the border radius should be 20 pixel. And again there is margin that I have to add inside this container. Go to advanced, margin bottom 70 pixel. It's done. So we have successfully complete our project here. There's some padding left. We can add left padding as well for this about text area. Let's add left padding 50, and this image should attach at the bottom area. Add minus margin. Click on update. That's it. And one thing that if you just noticed here, the post doesn't look similar because there is custom text here. We can add some more text and content so that it looks similar. I'll add them later on. As of now, we have just completed our design and we are happy with our design. So we just complete the home page. Later on, I'll be converting this home page and making this homepage mobile friendly. Just take a look at the design here as of now, and it's complete. It's time to make our design mobile friendly and tab. If I click on the responsive mode, and here you can see the tabs. Let's select the tab version, select the container from here. It looks perfect on tab. Scroll down and there is no need to change anything else inside the tab. So we can add some padding here. Let's select this container, go to advanced, add padding left 20 and right 20 pixel, and follow the same here. Padding left 20 and right 20 pixel, and then add margin top 30 pixel. Okay, sorry, the padding top should be 30 pixel. Now as you can see, it looks like this. There is little adjustment. I have to add padding bottom as well, which is 30 pixel, or let's add 70 pixel, and here select the above one and add bottom 30 pixel as well. It's 20 would be perfect. So as you can see, we have added padding. It looks perfect, and this section also looks perfect here. We can just play around with the padding and margin based on your client requirements. And as of now, I hope you already know that how it works. Let's say I'm just adjust the margin and padding here as well. Let's add 50, bottom should be 50. That's it. There is nothing serious and nothing complicated here. We have completed a tab version. Now for mobile devices, all you have to change the typography size and other information here. We can change the typography and other information from customizer setting as well. Let's navigate to the font typography, and if I select tab version here, let's see if is there any options. Okay, so we can change it to the tab version. When I select tab, the H1 should be a standard size, let's say 42, and as you can see, it's displaying 42. Also the H2 should be, when I select mobile devices, it's a tab which is not 42, it's 52 would be perfect, and the H2 is fine. We can also reduce it to 32. H3, okay, this one is not 40 on. Select the tab version, make sure add 32 now, 31 now, and also select the tab version, then add 20. That's it. And now select the mobile version here, and here you can see the H1 you can add 40 or 42, and then H2 you can add 28, not the tab version here. This should be 40 on desktop, and the mobile and tab and mobile should be 30 on or 28. Perfect. And the H3, the default is 21, and which is the tab is 21 and desktop is 30 on, and mobile should be 21. It's perfect. Now click publish, and also inside the Elementor click update and reload the page here. Change the view tab, it looks perfect, the font size and everything. Change the mobile devices, it looks like this. Now there are a couple of adjustments that I'm going to change on mobile device here. So it's very quick. I'd like to change certain things. Select the container, go to advanced, change the above padding to 50 or 100. 135 looks great. And we can also change the image position here. We can take and change the image alignment as well, but I think it looks great. So about section, it looks perfect. This section looks great as well. We can make this section column, and now it looks way much better. And also we can make this section column as well, and it's okay to add some space. We can remove that space as well. So we have completed the section perfectly here. Let's add some padding. Go to advanced and padding top 40, bottom 40. Bottom should be 0 here. Just little bit padding, not 0. So as you can see, the footer and the header, everything looks perfect and it looks great. So we have completed our website from Figma to Elementor using the latest feature. And hopefully this video will be helpful for you to build any kind of your client website and any kind of website from scratch. If you have any other questions or if you want to add any suggestion, then please feel free to share your comments. And today I just shared everything a little bit faster, but if you just want, you can slow down the video, you can slow down the process, and you can learn slowly as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.